So it's Moon and Me time, and it is that year that just jumpstarts so many new things. You've got to pay attention when there's a lunar calendar, which is all about your moon cycles, your zodiac signs, and the planets and the astrology, and then Ramadan coming in, and then Ash Wednesday today, and then all the sacred astrology, right? That is culminating and bringing in this time and space for a new moon in Aquarius, which is letting you know the newness has become and it's being brought in as we speak. So I want to raise your awareness to the importance of letting things end and knowing when the beginning is. So the Moon in Me is going to be 4 members this time, and I want you to go in and share with those people that you really care about, so that there is an understanding about this if you are called or pulled to share it. But just what I want to tell you is that everybody and anybody that was on social media, okay, was talking about the year of the fire horse coming in, and the year of the one, and all of this, where so little attention was shared with the previous year, which was the year of the snake, right? And understanding that you have to pay attention to the beginnings and the endings and know what the in-between piece is. The year of the fire horse didn't come in yesterday. The year of the fire horse kicked off today. The element is today. As one transitions, the other one comes in, right? What that brings in is awareness. The Chinese calendar overrides all of the calendars to a point. One, in belief, and two, in time. It's far older than certain calendars, especially our 2,000-year calendar, right? The Chinese calendar is way older, and so is the lunar calendar from the Hebrew texts. They're much older, and so are the ones from Islam. So you've got to pay attention to everything that comes together and why it's coming together. So for you, Moon and Me raises your awareness to truly how you're feeling, because that's what the moon is about. The moon is like expanding your emotional being. It's expanding your feelings. So how you feel, those are what we talk about, your feelers, and it's how you're feeling through these lunar cycles, because the universe and the astrology of it are like ingredients and photons of light with frequencies that are downloading this information to you. Now, you being the one that is either aware of it, or you're the one that is sleeping and you need to get knocked by the wave so that you go, what on earth was that? Well, that was a reminder. And that is exactly what's going on with this new moon, because there's a lot of reminders here. One, we are one. And two, we're in this awareness of this I don't even know what the word is, because there are no words for it. It's more of a vibrational frequency that it doesn't separate you from the rest. But you're being separated by the way you think and by the way you feel. When a new moon comes in, we focus on you being focused on what you want, because if you're not focused on what you want, what is there in the shadows of the new moon is a very big pull, okay, to the things that you don't want. So our Moon in Me, which is our membership, our thread, we focus on what is it that you want, because if you're able to direct your energy, then your energy is directing you. Wherever you put your attention to, that's what you are going to be focused on. And a lot of the times you're not aware of what you're saying. So your vibration and what it's saying is how you are feeling. New moon in Aquarius is shifting that energy, not only with one belief, but many beliefs, because of the planets that are lined up. A big one here is Saturn. Saturn is always the teacher. Saturn comes in here and it's not teaching you lessons, it's teaching you from a place of vibrational referencing, for lack of a better term, so that you're able to understand you from where you are. Now, where you are today is very different to where you were feeling maybe a week ago. Why? Because the temperament, the energy, the buildup of energy, okay, is consuming not only who we are as individuals, but who we are intellectually and collectively. So there's two parts to what I want to share with why this new moon is so important, because we are being brought into self-responsibility, which is self-realization, and the responsibility of the collective as well. So we're always, who's going to be the parent and who's going to be the child, and who's going to act up from a place of love and who's going to be the one that's going to rebel. At the end of the day, we're all in this together. So isn't it ironical that this is one of the pivotal changes and shifts in energy from the time of we are leaving the beliefs, the old worlds of the Piscean age, and we're moving into the age of Aquarius. It's a new moon in Aquarius. Okay, there are all these strong religious factors, okay, that are all circling around together and coming together to ask of you one thing. What is it that you want going forward? Not is it, what is it that you want because you had this, and that happen in the past. What is it that you want going forward without any relationship to your past ability to forgive or not forgive, connect or disconnect? It doesn't really make a difference. It is a book, a chapter that has to be put onto the shelf. Your ability to be able to do that is going to be determined by your ability and your emotional equity. That is this new moon with this incredible firing, okay? This incredible firing that comes every so now and again. Now everyone's talking about the fire horse, and everybody now has become knowledgeable about the sacred astrology in the skies and the programs and everyone's natal charts and the zodiac system and all of those things, which are great and wonderful. But let's not water down your personal relationship with how you are truly feeling about something that's here. They say, well, we've got, it's the fire horse, it's the year of, it's 1. No, it's not. The year is actually 10, which leads to 1. But you cannot ignore the little things. You can no longer ignore the details, because those details are either going to be flushed away, that could be your treasures and your gems, okay, or you're going to completely ignore something. And I think that there is an overcharge of people ignoring the things that really are valuable to them, because it's not the norm. Just because you don't see it, it doesn't mean it's not there, okay? And just because you don't hear it, it doesn't mean it's not being communicated. Your ability to see your inner vision or your vision of your higher self is determined how much you are participating in your own divine space of your own truth. That's the Aquarian. So this new moon in Aquarius is literally coming in and saying, allow your truth to be yours, but also make the space for your truth to move in a space that allows the old waters to pass through without you being watered down. And that's the best way that I can probably say it for you without you getting like, what is she talking about? I'm talking about the responsibility you have to own up to your participation in what you believe, what you're saying, what you want, what you don't want. As much as a responsibility to want, as much as a responsibility to what you don't want. Too often we extend ourselves with a lot of loudness with the things we don't want, okay, versus to the things that we do. And why is that important in this moon and me in this moon cycle? Well, Mars is definitely in the arena, and if you're not silencing the external noise, then you're going to amplify that with passive aggressiveness. And that passive aggressiveness can come in the way that you are sending off your vibrational frequencies of intentional behavior that can and will distort you. Where I love Moon and me right now, and where we are, say, in this beginning space of the year of the horse. Okay, one, the year of the horse is a symbol, okay, of movement, of intelligence, of capacity, of internal and external intuitive guidance. Talk about an incredible beast, an animal and symbol that represents so many different things. A worker.
She said it's the fire horse.
Okay, but it's the horse first. It's not a fire horse. It's a horse. The element that comes to amplify that horse, okay, is fire. Now, why is that important? Because you have an element too. So if you're not sure what your element is, go to the Moon and Me notebook and you'll see your zodiac has an element. So if you are a person that brings in fire of your own with your own zodiac, okay, the horse is just going to amplify your fire. So if you're a double fire sign, you have to pay attention that you are managing yourself enough so that you're not burning yourself and overcharging yourself with all this fire to overburn and overcompensate, okay, with this momentous charge. You've got to know who you are and what you're capable of and what you can and cannot tolerate. Putting yourself in an environment that will distort you quicker than you're capable of orientating yourself, you're throwing yourself off the horse yourself. So you've got to know a little bit more about this and stop reading things that serve other people, because what serves other people might not necessarily serve you. That information can only come from your own divine truth, and that's why this age of Aquarius is profoundly innate, because all of this external information is being amplified and it is being shared so that you can come in tune and hopefully get yourself into balance with what is your information and what is not. And that's going to require discernment, right? And discernment comes from the eye of your own beholder. And that's why it's connected to your third eye. It's not that you're psychically attuned to seeing what is good for you or others. It's what is it that you know is your sign. What is meant for you? Just because it shows up on social media doesn't mean that it's for you. Now, if you're on that thread of your I am thread, which I talk about, where do you get to know what your I am thread of? Go to page 52 again, okay, and go see what your I am thread is, right? Because you're part of the I am, but you come in with your own I am thread. So it's time for you to, the more you're able to saddle up, seeing it's the year of the horse, let's use that terminology, because everybody's saying, well, it's going to be a great ride. Yeah, if you're holding on. And if you don't have the capacity to get off and on, off and on, if you're a person that doesn't like to get knocked around, then stay on for the longevity of it. But be prepared. You have to saddle up properly. That means your buckles have got to be in the right place. You've got to saddle up. You've got to have the right settings. You've got to have the right saddle. You've got to have the right things. What are those things? Are the beliefs yours? Is your emotional capacity there for the temperament of continuous movement? Do you need to rest? Do you need to recharge? All these things matter, and I can break it down for you in another segment, and I'm probably going to do that as I take you gently through the year of the horse, not the fire horse, the year of the horse, that in this year, it's the fire horse that only comes, and what it is, everybody say, only 60 years. Yes, it only comes every 60 years because of all the elements. It is the fire horse and the ring of circle, but it is that fire of creation that matches up with your own sun, okay, and where you are bringing your fire, your creative expression from. So I wrote about this, and each segment is so profound, because if you're able to answer your own questions, then you position yourself to have traction, right? Versus meditating, which means you're being still, okay, in the midst of a churning mind. You got to get ahead of the game, which is the head of the game, which is yourself, and understand, okay, what truth no longer serves me, so that I'm able to implement a truth that does serve me, so that I can stay on this so-called fire horse to go create and not burn my own bridges, right? So new moons bring on that opportunity. You've got to understand, a new moon is a sliver. It's a window. And in that slither of that light, okay, there's just enough light there for you to focus on the light. Because you can't see in the dark, right? You want to come in and see a new truth for yourself, so that you're able to plant some new seeds, okay, that really come from a space of creative expression, from a place of love, or from a place of gratitude, or from a place of wonder, right? Because if you're bringing any energy from the past, those seeds are no longer seeds of love. They're contaminated. They've got some edge to them. They've got a little bit of an influence. So the new moon and the total ring of fire will burn it all. It's like, look at a complete, utter purification to give you the space within yourself to promote this new aspect of you in who you are yet to be. You all have a contract, a purpose. This is not a time for you to be looking at your neighbor and copying anything from what they're doing. This is a time to really tap within and say, okay, what am I here for? Who am I? What am I here to become? What do I want? And do I really, really, really want it? Because just because you are where you are in your stage of life, you might have acquired many gifts, many talents, many skills along the way. Just because you can do it, it doesn't mean you have to. You want to be rebalancing this new truth, this new moon, and saddle it up. And also give yourself permission, right, to have your own mission, so that you're able to ride the year to the capacity of what you've got, not what other people have. Because it might not be in your soul purpose or your master life path journey, or something that was even brought to you in awareness. It might have been brought to you by contrast, and you might have got triggered. Either you might have got insecure, or you got jealous, or you got distorted, or you got curious. That would be nice to wear. But then you go put it on and you go, it doesn't really look that good on me. It looks great on them, but it doesn't really look that good on me. And that's exactly what this age of Aquarius is sharing with you. It's waking up your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Give it value, more so than what you listen externally. Understand that every week has an energy to it, because these moon cycles are being guided and sent by a guidance of divine intelligence. It's called the spiritual essence of the cosmic universe that you're a part of. And that's the 10. If you talk about the year that it is, it's the year of 10, which is 1, which comes to 1. Everybody say, cancel the 0. Don't cancel the 0. Focus on that 0, because it's the wholeness. It's the wholeness of who you are. It's what you eat, how you eat it, where it came from, how you made it, why you're making it, how you sit down and appreciate it. I mean, the wholeness of the whole thing coming together. And that's what this whole moon in me is about. It's about you understanding the aspect of you that's coming together to be that you that is possible. You're not coming to do anything that you have done in any other realm or any other life or any other existence. You've got a life here that you've never touched on. Okay, you've got a personality that you've never been before. Okay, you're choosing zodiac signs, numbers, numerologies, lineages, places of birth, parents, coordinates, sun, moon placements, planets, ancestral avatars, ancestral support, angels, guidance, all of it. The whole universe is orchestrating you right now. And you are the only one that's going to give that either power or disempowerment by your temperament of ignorance of how you are evaluating who you are by how you're feeling. How you feel is everything. That's why these moon cycles are so important, because they show you, you know what, I'm not feeling that great. Or if you're not feeling that great, write to heal. Go write it down, go burn it. Oh, I don't know what I want. That's a sign. You're here to create. You have to have your desire. That ring of fire is burning up everything else so that you can get to your creative power. What a pity if you get thrown off that horse so much that you give up on you to get back on and go claim what is absolutely yours to be claimed. What a pity if you get off that horse and you start blaming other people for getting off the horse. That's a terrible shame, right? Because that is you completely being disempowered and being the victim, not the victor. Go look at the elements. The horse is not going to ask you for permission to ride. It's going to ride. The horse is going to feel you. It knows exactly your fears. It knows exactly what you're thinking. It knows exactly what you're feeling. It is the symbolic essence of who we are. Everybody's talking about the fire horse. Everybody's ignoring that horse is yours. You're riding a horse, like it or not. So if you've ridden, you know how to ride. If you've never ridden, well, all this awareness is not going to exclude you. Either you're going to be watching or you're going to be participating. Either way, you're participating, either as a watcher or an experiencer. But it's how you commentate that's going to be the equilibrium. Are you commentating from a place of enjoyment, or are you commentating from a place of judgment? Doesn't make a difference if you're riding or watching, but if you're judging, pay attention. So all these things are starting to play now. Why Moon and Me? Well, Moon and Me is now that thread of communication, raises your awareness. Okay, what wave do I need to be riding at? Why is this important for me? Well, you need to know what your I am thread is. My I am thread is mine. Now, I share it with all those people that have got that same coherence with the magnetic pull of being a Leo, or all the Virgos come together, all the Scorpios come together. But give me one Leo that's exactly the same as the other. Give me one Virgo that's the same as the other. You can be born on the same day. You're not the same. We have unique blueprints. And so this blueprint now matters, because in the age of Aquarius, you have your own grid, your bioenergetic grid, and those ley lines and those magnetic pulls and those photon lines. Everything is orchestrated because it is that cycle of the wholeness. It's 10. It magnifies and amplifies who you are. So who you bring at one side corresponds to the other, because that's law. There's the law of correspondence. So when you talk about, the year of the fire horse, even though you don't understand it, there's an aspect of you that does. And so you're going to bring that information in because you're speaking it. And so what happens is everybody's speaking, everybody's a guru, everybody's a coach, everybody's signifying and sending these signals out that are irrelevant if you know or don't know, you're activating it. And in that activation, how you participate in it is by understanding you. And that's what this new moon is about. It's you. You in this age of Aquarius. You in this lineup. Because if you go into listening to all these people that are talking about, you know, their astrological charts, their natal charts and all that, all these planets have reset. They've gone all to zero. So not only are the planets resetting at zero, okay, and I specifically, I never do, but this time I did. I just went to go listen. And so the programs that everybody are getting, they're all on the same program and information. These planets are all going to zero and they're resetting. Does it make a difference which planet? Kind of, yes, if you're paying attention to all of it. But who cares what Saturn is doing if you're not caring in listening? It's not going to stop Saturn from sharing its frequency and vibration information. What you need to be paying attention is, where is your sun and where is your moon? What is your iron thread? Because these planets are continuously expanding. And more of our expansion is evolving. And not in slow mode, at a rapid pace. So the quicker you're able to get inwards, and the quicker you're able to tap into how you're truly feeling, and not feeling, oh, I'm feeling like this because this one said something. Forget about that something. Who cares what they said? It's how you're feeling that matters, because that's the vibrational take and communication that is going on, because there is a flare of eclipses that are coming in, all right, with a lot of fire, meaning the element, okay, that comes in and creates, as you being the creator of your life. So I don't want to keep it too much out there, but I want to ask you this. In the realm of all possibilities, where you are the only you that you're ever going to be in this life, there's no second takes. You're never going to be this you again. Okay? What do you want? And what are you going to focus on that has really got that value and that intensity and that worth for you to stay on, because you know it's yours to claim? That's a question to be answered simply by you. Okay? Moon and E.